My father passed away suddenly. He was not sick, at least nothing that he talked about. He was 72 years old. He was building on the house. He was in this facility building and moving around like everyday normal. And then had a sudden heart attack and passed away. We did not get a chance to say goodbye. We didn't get a chance to talk about anything. It just happened. Now, that was hard. But I learned something. If the death of a friend, a father, a servant of God can happen suddenly, how many of us were prepared or had the faith to deal with what happened? Because many, and I understand it from a humanity standpoint, but for many, the question I received, or my mother received, or Brother Jeremiah received, or others is, what are we going to do now? And I learned a valuable lesson. God has work for all of us to do. Amen. My father's journey had come to an end. And in God's wisdom I do not understand. Wisdom I do not try to understand. Neither do I ask questions demanding an answer. His journey came to an end.
I'm going to show you something that's interesting. Many of you said that you've been to a wedding, right? Think of this. When we go and we prepare for a wedding, we send out this little thing called Save the Date. Anybody got one of those? Save the date. There's a day that's coming that there will be this wedding festival. And when the wedding festival gets closer and closer, busyness around the wedding starts to amp up. Everybody's busy preparing the place, getting everything perfect. Everyone that is you want to be at the wedding, all of your friends, all of your relatives are invited to this one place, this one event. And I want you to think about this. We have a custom in our weddings where the groom stands at the front, right? And when the groom stands at the front, he has not seen his bride yet. Brothers and sisters, can you see Jesus right now? Oh, this is interesting. Do you realize that every single time you go to a wedding, you are witnessing the second coming? Every time. When the bride and the groom come into the room, or the bride comes in for the first time, what does the groom do? He comes down off of his place to go down to pick his bride up, to take his bride back up to where he is.
Yes, come on now.
Wow. And you wonder why the devil is attacking our marriages. It doesn't matter if you believe in God or not. Every wedding you go to, you are witnessing the truth of God.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful? And what happens after the bride and the groom are married together? They go out and they have a feast at a big long table where everybody has food, right? What's going to happen when we go to heaven, brothers and sisters? There's a huge feast. Wow. You know what's interesting too? Gifts are given at a wedding. Right?
Right.
When was the last time you saw somebody get a chainsaw? How about a shotgun? Maybe in Tennessee. It's always gifts for the bride. Bath towels, kitchen stuff, to make the bride's life easy. What does the groom get? The bride. That's what he cares about.
We've got to remember, God is always, let me repeat that. God is always, ALWAYS, control. Control. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care who's that big and bad boss in front of you. I don't care what that big and bad disease is in front of you. I don't care what that big and bad child who won't listen is in front of you. I don't care what that ailment, that health problem is in front of you. God is still in control. I don't care what temptation it is that's ailing you. Jesus is in control. Take your eyes off the temptation and put your eyes on Jesus and keep forward. Brothers and sisters, I'm glad to tell you these doctors came in here today no more than 2 hours ago and told me my kidneys have improved and my kidneys look like they're brand new, and it's been filtering out all these drugs and different things they've been pumping in my body. Tell me if that's not Jesus. I want somebody to leave this video praising Jesus. I want somebody leaving this video praising God. I want all of you that are watching to share this video to praise me. Who am I? I'm nothing. I'm this guy hooked up with all this foolishness. I'm this guy with a gimpy leg. I'm this guy with all these health problems. I'm nothing. Who's Andre LaFame Battles? You're not helping me out. You're helping Jesus. If you're a Christian, you would want everybody else to know that Jesus is real. Brothers and sisters, come on, man. We have too much to be happy for. We have too much to be thankful for. There's not enough time in the day to waste 5 minutes for worrying and fretting and being fearful over the things that we can't control. There's not enough time in the day for you to worry about it. There is enough time for you to put it in God's hands. There's enough time for you to rest peacefully knowing that He's going to handle your situation. There's enough time for you to know that Jesus can take care of your problem from beginning to end, and that He can mend your problem thoroughly and thoroughly. He can do all of that. What can your worrying do? What has your worrying done? Cause stress, anxiety, raise your blood pressure, cause you to be doubting, cause you to be arguing with your spouse or your children, cause you to be upset, not going to church and isolating yourself from people. Yeah, that's what your worrying, your doubting, my worrying and my doubting has done to me in times past. Caused me to think that everybody's my enemy. Caused me to think that ain't nobody love me, nobody care about me. That's what doubting does for you. And that's what the devil is trying to get you to do, to doubt and to worry about all the problems in your life and to refocus yourself from Christ onto the issue. And Jesus ain't never asked you to do that.
Brothers and sisters, God has given each and every one of us a gift, a talent. Are we to ask somebody, can we exercise that talent? The answer is no. God has given it to you. You need to exercise it. Why are we waiting for somebody to tell us we can do this? I don't understand. If we was waiting for somebody to give us approval to do this, do you think it would be happening? It would not be happening, saints. So it's time to move forward.